When talking about the heroes or important people who have been in my life, it's hard to pick. Yeah, just one. So before I do, I want to mention a few, starting with my family, especially my mom. I don't have the happens family in the world, but I do. However, she knew to guide me what I need. She was there for me, yeah, for all my siblings, and she made our lives happy despite the change. I also want to mention someone I met 3 years ago, Sophia. She's someone who has helped me a lot. Even though she's no older than me, she's a wonderful example. Humble and with a huge heart, I lean on her almost constantly, and she leans on me. She helps with what she can, and even with what she can't. She's very important to me. It's not just about helping, it's about feeling love in the help. I will call her my hero. Now I'm going to focus more on choosing someone who isn't in my life right now. I'll choose someone more artificial. Since that what this video about. Okay. Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes is my hero because he embodies many qualities and admire and consider important in a person. He is a fictional chapter from a TV series, but that doesn't mean he doesn't inspire heroines. Throughout the series, he's proven to be brave, strong, and determined, even when all seems lost. In a world filled with danger and despair, Rick never stopped fighting to survive and protect the people he loves. What experience me most about him is ability to keep going after experiencing incredibly difficult times. Rick loves friends, face betrayal, and has to make tough decisions. Yet his styles keep fading. This shows that's a hero in someone who is never a friend, but rather someone who confronts their fears and moves forward despite them. When I started watching The Walking Dead and met Rick Grimes, I thought he was just a strange character from a zombie series. But over time, I understood that he represents something much more important to me. The ability to keep going even the worst of times. There was a time in my life when I felt very demotivated and emotionally exhausted. I feel like I had a lot of problems and that everything was coming to difficult for me. I remember one night I was watching the show and I saw how Rick, after losing important people and going through very tough situation, keep fighting for his family and his group despite the fear and pain. He never uh, gave up. At, at, at that moment, I thought that he could get back up time and time again after so many hardships. I could do it too with my own problems. Okay. One night, um, after a really bad day, I saw things where Rick Rain talked about caring and even thought the world was destroyed. That things really resonated with me because it made me realize today, even though my problems weren't a big choice in the show, I was also letting fear and street get the better of me. From that moment on, I decided to try to change in mindset. Really. I started working harder in my studies and and not giving up so easily when something went wrong. I also learning to value the people around me more. Just like Rick valued his group and did everything he could to protect team. I understand that being strong doesn't mean do. Thanks to that, I learning to face problems with more courage and patience. Although my life in show, I understand that we all have our battles, and the important thing is to keep going. That's why Rick Grimes becomes so important to me, because more than a charter, he was inspiration for overcoming difficult times and believing in myself more. That's all. Thank you for your attention.